It's that time of the week again where we do a sort of highlights, mishmash, match of the day type fusion of all things Hammers Chat from our Patreon videos. We've got a bit of a breakfast show, breakfast build-up. We've got some clips from the player ratings, low marks from Old Trafford, just please be warned. Poor old Gio went up to Old Trafford and did a match day vlog. Got to feel sorry for anybody that travelled up there to watch that load of old rubbish, let's be perfectly honest. And if you are looking to join Patreon, you can do so by using the link below. Little tip though, if you're going to do it, particularly on the monthly basis, wait until the start of the month. Don't do it now. It's better value at the start of the month. If you're going to do the annual one, you get 10% off. Might as well do it now.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Gonzo. How are you?
I'm very well, my friend. Thank you. How are you? Looking forward to your big day?
Yes, I am actually. If there's any fixture I can win in the Premier League calendar, it's this one. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. Did you see Moyes' comments about Ronaldo?
Yeah, I think they were flowery enough hopefully not to motivate Ronaldo, because I think there was a lot of compliments in there.
It's just surprising. This is what Moyes said about Ronaldo. You can have a big ego and not be a dickhead. Claiming
he didn't say that. He said dickhead.
Moyes says you can have a big ego and not be a dickhead. Claiming he sees the superstar Portuguese driving all the players on, showing leadership. Moyes said, "You're talking about what the best player in the world. He's phenomenal that he can do what he's done." I think he's defending Ronaldo. He's basically saying he's got an ego, but he's not a dickhead. He says it's not. You can't be one without the other one, really. But yeah, strong word for David Moyes to use, to be honest with you.
No. I've probably told this story a thousand times on it. Years when I was a teenager, I used to work in a theatre. On the stage door, like the theatre manager had put up, "Leave your egos here." And the stage door is where all the actors and the dancers, and that's where they would walk through. And there was a guy there, his name was Roy Sohn, and he worked in West End musicals all his life. And he said, that's the most ridiculous sign I've ever seen, because you wouldn't even walk on that stage if you didn't have an ego. He said, because you'd be too scared. You would not walk on that stage and perform in front of hundreds of people if you didn't have an ego at all. And that's always stuck with me. So I've always understood that, you know, to do anything, you've got to rate yourself a bit. Don't care what it is, whatever your job is. It's about having confidence to go and do your job and then striving to be the best at it. So I totally get that. So I've never been bothered about Ronaldo's ego. What I am pleased about is that Moyes has chosen to go that way, because we've actually got someone who's quite unhappy at the moment. And what I want is Ronaldo in this game being more pissed off with his manager than he is with our manager. So actually it'd be quite good for me. Well, David Moyes likes me. Yeah, why aren't I in the team all the time? I want him to still throw a little bit of a strop, and hopefully his ego gets in the way a little bit.
Yeah, I like the comments. I think you're just stupid to say anything otherwise, aren't you, really? I remember Brendan Rodgers a few years ago when Leicester were doing well. They had a big win. Can't remember who it was against. It wasn't that 9-0 against Southampton. But he was basically saying his players play with arrogance. He says, but that's important. He says, not too much arrogance. The right amount of arrogance is what you need. And he said, we did that today. We went out there, showed enough, but not too much of it. And we won the game, kind of thing. And I've always liked that. You know, personality is a big thing in football, isn't it? You want to see it. You want to see players have it. And you see it with our players at the minute. When you see the likes of Declan Rice or Kurt Zouma or Jared Bourne, that you see them as an individual coming through, kind of thing. I've been doing these a little bit later in the week, because I like to wait for the opposition manager to do their press conference first. So I've got 100% accurate team news and stuff, and I'm glad I waited for Man Utd's one this week, because Ralph had a lot to say about certain players that could or couldn't be involved tomorrow afternoon.
Gio then went on to predict Manchester United's starting 11 bang on, as well as some of the events that actually took place during the match. I'll be honest, I don't like it. I think he's a show-off. Something I do like showing off, though, is the brand new feature over on our Patreon. We are proud to announce we have partnered with Rising Hammers to show off some of the brightest young stars coming through the Academy of Football at the moment. What you're seeing on screen right now is part of the first one. We're going to be posting highlights, compilations of some of the individual talents to really show off their key attributes. I'm going to be using it basically to act like I knew what these players were like before they even kick a ball. So when they appear on the watch along, I can go, Armstrong Okoflex is really good at these specific things, because I've seen the highlights on the Patreon, but I won't say that bit. I'll just pretend like I know. Armstrong Okoflex, by the way, is the first one. You're seeing it on the screen right now, or at least part of it. We're going to be posting that this week, so make sure to keep an eye out, as well as in the future, so you can know everything about the under-23s and below, and watch the stars of tomorrow grow today. Anyway, back to Gio showing off. I don't like him.
Anyway, I'm off to bed now, and then I'm off. I'm off to Old Trafford tomorrow myself with Mrs. Gio. We're heading up to the game. We'll be doing a little vlog type thing that Gonzo done. Morning everyone, it's match day. That's what Gonzo says, isn't it? It's what he used to say anyway. Just done the morning show with Gonzo. Computer shut down, right to rock and roll, head to Manchester. One sympathy apple crumble donut. Well, I can't say Washington. A highlight of my day for laying off. Commiserations to us. I thought he was okay. I think it was helped. The tactics helped Craig Dawson. I think the tactics that we played suits Craig Dawson, which is defend deep, give them limited space, make them cross the ball so we can head it and stuff. So I think the way Moyes set up got the best out of Craig Dawson. And I think he had an okay game, actually. I was much more confident with him in Zuma than I have been at all with Dawson and Diop on Saturday. Mr. Big, was it him that missed the header? I haven't seen the game back yet. Was it him that missed the header from the corner that nearly went in?
No, it was Souček.
Oh, I thought
I know you said it in your video afterwards. It was Souček.
I always get them muddled up. Do you know for corners, they look the same?
Of course they do. Of course, I mean, you're bloody miles away as well, let's be fair. So, yeah, of course.
Okay, they're relatively the same height. They've got the same hair. I'm pretty certain they wear the same boots. They both got double figures on the back. They look the same. They held the ball the same.
I think they've got the same girlfriend as well, which makes things really confusing for them. Difficult. Awkward in the dressing room. Share the same toothbrush. It's all a bit incestuous for me.
Dawson doesn't eat potato salad, though. Not a chance as Dawson.
He loves it. No. He loves the potato salad, Dawson. Loves it.
Nah, Dawson will not be. He's a bacon roll man, is Craig Dawson.
Anyway.
I'm
not sure any of them eat bacon rolls, mate. These finely tuned athletes.
Anyway, Kurt Zuma.
I don't think he eats a bacon roll either, no.
Well, he might do. He deserves one.
He might do. He might. He's probably not on the potato salad either, but it doesn't matter because whatever he ate made him score an 8 because I thought he was really good. He's massive. He is massive, isn't he? And it's not like that's a surprise to me. I've seen him live. I've seen him on the telly. Yeah, I still see him. He's massive. Do you know what the other one was? What was the guy that? What was the guy, the striker that played for Swansea, who we were almost signed instead of Andy Carroll? What was his name? Wilfred something.
Wilfred Boney with his big arms.
Boney. Yeah. Every time I ever saw him, every time was like a surprise to me. Oh, wow, he's massive. He's massive. He's massive. Every time I was like, crikey, he's so wide. Yeah, so anyway, I try to see Zuma. He is chunkers. I was pleased to see the Chunkin one at the back. Fornells was terrible. Was a terrible game. Look, he's not a wide player. Wide players are technical and fast. And that's what my idea of a wide player can do something. It might just be the crossing that's really technical and good. It might be a dribble, whatever. They're pacey. They can get away from their marker. They can carry the ball and they can dribble it and they'll do something accurately. Bowen is a wide player. Fornells ain't one of them. He doesn't have either of those attributes, basically. I think he's got a decent insight. I think he can spot a pass, but it's not particularly useful when you're hugging a left touchline. You know what I mean? If you can pick a pass out, surely you want to be somewhere in the middle so you can either choose left, right, or middle, or chip it over, whatever. You're very limited to what you can do. And the other thing that you can't do is run down the line because he ain't quick enough. So already one of the things that you want a wide player to do, he can't do. You also had another job, which was to help Cresswell out, and he didn't do that at all. So then a whole lot was a disaster. Anytime he did try and get the ball, most of it was inaccurate. He doesn't understand the offside trap. Well, maybe he understands it, but he doesn't. He has no awareness of it when it happens. I bet if there was some way that you could see the stats for players that have been on the pitch and you did it on a pro rata, I bet Fornals gets caught offside more than anyone else in West Ham. I'll give him a 3.
I'll give him a 3 as well. It was stinky from Pablo, weren't it? I'm checking your offside stats, by the way, because I know where to go to get it. So it won't take me a minute. You'll be surprised about Fornals. I don't think you're going to like it. He is 6th out of the squad of West Ham. Yeah, okay, Antonio Bowen, Benrahma, Vlasic, Caswell, Fornals. The only thing that's misleading about that is referee plays advantage. It doesn't count, does it? It's not been given. So
I don't know. It seems that way. Maybe it's a confirmation bias, but he stands offside an awful lot.
He's an easy winger to defend against, so that's got to be an insult. Is somebody stuck out on the side? I don't think he is a winger. He's almost. He's becoming a bit like Andre Ayew. Remember Swansea fans saying, fantastic player when you play him in his right position, good luck finding his right position. And then when you saw him at West Ham, you completely understood what that meant. The geezer had talent. He would score a banger, then the next week he would just be crap. The next week he would play okay, then come back, man and match again. But he played on various different positions. You never really knew where he played. Fornals is becoming a bit like that for me. What is Pablo Fornals' best position? We know it's not a winger. It's obviously not a striker. It's not a centre midfielder. So it's somewhere in that circle of the pitch. Is it in the traditional number 10? Don't think it is, to be honest with you. I'm not sure it is. Who would you rather have? Him or Lanzini? Probably Lanzini. Him or Benrahma? You can make a case for both of it. I think I'd rather play Vlasic there, to be honest with you, with the glimpses I've seen. I think Fornals is almost like a number 8, and we don't really play with one of them. We sort of play like 2 6s, if you want. Fornals is actually probably better off playing what Man United are currently doing with Bruno Fernandes, drop him right back into centre midfield alongside someone, saying they go, well, we don't play with one of them. Just not very good at Old Trafford. He worked hard. That's why he's getting a 3 and not a 1, because he gives 100%. He still does, but the rare occasions we did get into the final third and have an opportunity to cross the ball, one of them fell to him. He hit with his left foot and landed on the roof of the net. And it was one of them, you think, oh, come on. You know, we don't have much attacking option. And it was an easy cross to make. He was under pressure. He had a yard of space and he just hit it. And you could just see it sailing over the bar behind the goal. Oh, Pablo, man.
That's the worst of all the superheroes, isn't it? Pablo, man. Not many powers, I feel.
Maybe we could turn his song into Pablo, man.
But maybe I do like what Seth said. No dreams of Pablo fornication on this one, which is
definitely not.